What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. This week, I'm looking at Never Back Down. Yes, a movie that I've seen probably more times than ever in the past 10 years since this movie's been out. My goodness. Some people usually would have to consider this as, I would say, the equivalent of The Karate Kid. But then again, there's been a Karate Kid remake, and now, of course, now we have Cobra Kai. But, of course, that's beside the point. So, what can I say about Never Back Down? Let's see. I remember seeing the trailers for this. I was like, ooh, this looks interesting since, hey, it was the world of mixed martial arts or underground fighting. I'm like, well, hey, what better than to bring this movie to fruition? And after so many times of me viewing this movie, I keep saying this to myself. I'm like, man, what an intense, crazy ass movie with like a good young cast, a great soundtrack, and like there's something about this movie that just makes you say, oh yeah, this is great. Like this movie was really something. Yeah, not much else I can say. Let's see. I would say, like I said, it's kind of. I would say, is it similar to the Karate Kid? Yeah, in some ways, except of the whole Daniel's the bully bullshit. Don't get me started on that. But anyway, I love how these characters are like have so much depth to them, especially the main character of Jake Tyler. You know, the fact that he's a bit of a hothead, he's a bit of a loose cannon, he's a football player. Fact that he's moved a lot. He's a Midwestern boy. Now he's living in Florida. You know, and then of course he gets entangled in this underground street fighting, the MMA stuff. You get, and of course, him taking up MMA, which was kind of fun. But of course, that one rule, okay, and I love that rule that his mentor gives him is, no fighting outside of the gym. And of course, sure enough, he breaks the rule, and then of course he says he wants back in. He's like, I let you off once, I won't let you do it again, kind of thing. It's like, wow, he's trying to tell him, hey, don't fight, and don't fight, for vengeance, just fight with honor, kind of thing. But I'm like, yeah, he's trying to tell him, defend yourself, but stand up for yourself, bullshit, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm just looking at this struggle. I'm like, damn. Most of this is more like, yeah, it's that kind of movie that where you're really rooting for the guy, even though the guy has so much baggage. But then again, the movie does have a happy ending. Like I said, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. There's so much good things I can just talk about this movie. Okay, I like all these great things that really embody like a good underdog fight movie kind of thing. Okay, it's no Rocky. I love the gimmick of like how do I say this? It's essentially like the Karate Kid on steroids, but instead of kung fu or anything, it's just mixed martial arts, which of course embodies almost everything else. It's really something. Let's see, what can I say about the rest of the cast? Like Amber Heard. This is how I was introduced to the world of Amber Heard. Like she is smoking, but of course I'm seeing what she did here. Then look at her now. It's like, man, it's like kind of night and day. But then again, I'm like, she's like, I feel bad for her because of her whole career, the whole Johnny Depp bullshit and all that. God dang, she deserves better. All right, just saying, man. And the fact that there was a sequel to this, I don't know. That's a future review for another day. Maybe I'll look into that, okay? But overall, it's still an amazing movie. It's no masterpiece. There are some things that I kind of just stuck in my craw that I felt like they could have just gotten rid of because or some of the cliches when it comes to, hey, this guy's a high schooler kind of thing. I'm like, God dang, we've seen this bullshit before. Knock it off. Do something different for a change, all right? So, yeah. That does it for a night. So if I had to give this movie a score, I'm going to give Never Back Down. I'm going to give Never Back Down a 7.5 out of 10. So, like I said, far from perfect. Some of the cliches I really couldn't stand. Overall, amazing stuff. And of course, yeah. I felt like it definitely lived up to the hype. As for a sequel, that's a story for another day. All right. So that's us for a night. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome videos.